At 5, Severe Weather Team 2 has a new tool to identify the neighborhoods that are most at risk when the next storm hits.
Severe Weather Team 2 Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz is here explaining how this new tool could help save lives when floods threaten.
Yeah, this is an impressive tool, and now Severe Weather Team 2 can use this data to pinpoint areas that will flood before it happens to let you know whether your street is at risk.
We were checking outside, we were seeing it rise.
North Georgia is no stranger to dangerous storms and flooding that can leave families reeling for years after severe weather strikes.
The most important thing is that my family was safe.
Gently flowing Georgia rivers and creeks can grow into dangerous torrents within just hours, sometimes faster when heavy rain falls.
With the alerts coming in faster and faster, we knew that the water was coming faster than we could anticipate.
That's why it's so important to be aware not of just what conditions are now, but what will be coming next.
All of these are river gauges providing real-time information.
Laura Belanger is a hydrologist, a water expert with the National Weather Service, who helps collect data from Georgia's water system.
We made a big jump in the 90s to offer a graphical forecast that someone could look at a point along a river and see what graphically that river rise was going to look like.
When Severe Weather Team 2 makes a forecast, we use that data to tell you when and where to watch for floods. And now we have new information to help tell you which streets and which neighborhoods could be underwater before a flood begins.
When heavy rain and flooding threatens, that data helps me know which neighborhoods need to evacuate and which areas will stay dry.
Now we've jumped so much farther ahead by taking that same information and trying to provide a map view of the impact area when that water rises.
This tool has already helped emergency managers prepare for Hurricane Helene, which caused over $5 billion in damage when it moved across Georgia in September 2024. Even now, families like Margaret Glenn's are still recovering.
When we purchased the home, we knew that it had flooded previously in 2009. And, with any floodplain home, you've got to have flood insurance. We just hoped that it wouldn't flood again for a really long time.
Rather than just relying on an area's history to assess risks like flood insurance maps do, this new tool helps predict whether a specific area will be underwater before it actually is. And it will help us prepare for when the next major storm hits.
Material things can be replaced, but there's so much to clean up literally and figuratively after a flood that it can be overwhelming.
And remember, when a flood warning or flash flood warning is issued, people in affected areas need to move to higher ground. And importantly, don't try to walk through rushing water. Only 6 inches can knock you off your feet. And 1 to 2 feet of rushing water is all it takes to sweep away most vehicles.
And we have covered, Brad, when those floods come in overnight, when it's dark and you can't see the water. I imagine this really will save lives.
So this tool has really proven to be very accurate. Which areas are going to be underwater, and across the street, the next neighborhood over might not be underwater. So really able to kind of narrow the focus on the areas that need to respond and those that don't.
Grateful to have it, and thanks for explaining it. Thanks, Brad.